Why professional fighting is fucking dumb. You might be thinking, why would a MMA kickboxing champion, someone who has dedicated over a decade of his life into the sport, say something like that? You know what? I'll even go further to say that 80% of what I have today, from being fucking beat up at the playground at 8, fired at McDonald's at 14, building the company to over 100 people right now, living a custom-made reality in all areas of my life, I would dedicate 80% of it, attribute it to fighting. So why would I still say that fighting is dumb? Because it is. You get fucking paid peanuts, you risk your health massively, for what? Because here's the thing, you do not actually want to be a pro fighter or so. You just want the benefits of pro fighting, which is the mental toughness, the self-discipline, the respect you get from others, the physical prowess, your ability to protect yourself and protect your loved ones, and ultimately health. Because all these benefits, when you get them and you channel all these lessons that you learn into other areas of your life, you will get a massive advantage. So I've personally went through more than a decade of this whole cycle, right? I fought at fucking car parks, fought at national stadiums, fought in boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all of it. Won a lot, lost some. I will teach you how to get all the benefits of it without losing your brain cell, without, making a career out of pro fighting like I have. Step 1 is very simple. Pick a martial art. And if I have to get you to choose, I would choose MMA. But if because of logistical issues, you don't have an MMA gym where you're at, so I would pick boxing because it's the most practical thing on the street. Hit, finish the fight, that's it. Step 2 is actually to find the proper gym, right? So you decided you want to learn boxing. Step 2, you want to find a gym that has the proper culture for skill development. So there's a few different types of gym. There is one that is kick fit or box fit. Basically, they try to get you as tired as possible with zero to no emphasis on your skills. Then there's the other extreme, which is you go there and fight every day. The training is tougher than the fight. You lose your brain cells with every sparring session. What you want to do is you want to find an in-between where you get skill development while also honing your cardio. So a good way to think about this when it comes to gym culture and stuff is you can first ask the members who have been there for 6 months, how's the sparring like? How's the skill development been since day one? And of course, the next thing is the coach itself. Can the coach explain to you why you do certain things, or is just simply doing it? A good coach will be able to explain to you why. Knowing the why is important. Now, you pick your sport, you pick your martial arts, you pick the gym culture that that will bring out the best in you. Next thing is then to schedule your training or structure your training. For martial arts development, I would recommend at least 3 sessions a week, minimally. So depending on where your starting point is, right? You want to train, get to a certain level. The next step from training, regular training, is to then spar. Why? Martial arts, ultimately, to know it really works, you need to do it against a resisting opponent. You can't just hit pads all day because the pads and the backs don't hit back. To truly develop that confidence, to know that your stuff actually works, you need to spar. You want to take it even further? Take on 3 amateur fights. And you want to take it even further? Have 1 professional fight. That's very different from making a career out of it. So, why do this process or this structure that I just laid out actually gets you the benefits? When you are starting out in martial arts, no matter how big you are, how strong you are, you'll realize you get quickly humbled when you are fatigued, when you are outskilled. And that will make you feel very shitty. Nobody want to feel like they suck. But unless you are already a world champion, which you're probably not, you'll probably suck a lot. That will then teach you to have the toughness to continue, the discipline to continue learning continue developing yourself to actually get good at it. Good enough to then spar against a resisting opponent. And eventually, the amateur fight and the pro fight, one pro fight. Why do I even say that is important? There is very, very few things. The only next thing I can think of is fucking going to actual war that will get as honest as this. Being locked up in a cage with another trained individual trying to fucking end you, and you trying to do the same. It's one of the most liberating feeling that you can get. You know your honest self, you know what you're made of. At that moment, you cannot hide. Your coaches cannot save you. All the work that you put in is going to shine on that fight. With all that stress, right? Sparring, there's the stress. Fight is another level of stress. Pro fight, another level of stress. How does this apply to what you want out of martial arts in your professional life? Do you think anything is going to be tougher than having another grown man, another trained individual trying to end you? Put that into perspective for a moment. You have already gone through one of the worst things, apart from war. Someone physically trying to end you, you having nothing to depend on but yourself. How you react in that situation, how you react when you get hit, how you react when you get knocked down, how you bounce back out. You go through all of this process, you learn so much about yourself, you're never gonna doubt yourself again. Because you think you're gonna be scared of a girl saying no to you asking her for a number? You think you're gonna be thinking, man, what if I start this business and I fail, or what? You literally just fought a grown man trying to end you. Few things get more scarier than that. So that's the whole thing about this benefit that people hope to get. By following this process, it's very important that you select the right gym, because you select the wrong gym, you can basically waste a fucking fuckload of your time. I've seen people train for 5 years and can't even spar because they just kick fit, right? So really, pick your art, pick your gym, think of the culture, think of the questions that I asked you to ask yourself. Has the people there developed well? Are they there for skill development? And gradually increase your training, test yourself. I firmly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe that every man should at least go through this experience once. Because after that, you already know who you are, undeniably. Very few things can shake you anymore. With all of these lessons, it will give you a massive advantage in anything that you do. I speak to everyone that know what I went through. They respect it because of the hardship that I went through. They know that I never give up. They know that I've been tested myself. They know what I will do when adversity comes. And that opened up so many doors, so much respect from others to simply, conquer anything you want anything else you want in life. So I think this, as a man, is truly one of the best gifts you can give yourself. So yeah, professional fighting is fucking dumb when you make it a career. But training martial arts, continuously testing yourself, putting yourself in difficult situations through martial arts will probably be one of the best investments you can make for your own personal growth and for your life.